Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 7 of the 25 days of resale deals here on the Bandito Resale channel on YouTube. And as you can see, today's topic is going to be Christmas ornaments. After this week, I'm going to be getting into more items that are not necessarily Christmas related, but these are still a good subject right now because, as you can see, the estimated delivery is still well before Christmas. Probably should have done ornaments first, but it is what it is. All right, so jumping in first is this lot of 4 Hallmark Light and Motion Christmas ornaments. This is the Forest Frolic series, and I think it is important to mention that most Hallmark ornaments do not hold value. You will see them in thrift stores a lot of the times marked up as much as $5 a piece, and they just aren't even worth that online. So definitely know what you're looking for. These will move when they are close to a incandescent Christmas light bulb, and it's because of the heat that that bulb is putting off. So it will not necessarily work with those LED bulbs, just the original incandescent Christmas tree lights. This set sold for $49.99 plus $14.30 shipping. Jumping into the next one, we have a set of ornaments here. There's over 20 of them, and there's a couple different brands, both Waterford and Reed and Barton. Do a little zooming in here so you can see some of them, so you know what to look for when you're at the thrift store, or even more likely for these, an estate sale. So you can see a lot of the Waterford ornaments will have a Waterford bow on them, so they'll be easy to spot in that way. So this entire set sold for $150 plus $73.76 in standard shipping. As you can see here, some of these from the year 2000. Doesn't seem like that would be vintage, but at this point it is. So, we're all just old. Moving on to this next one is this Swarovski small gold star Christmas ornament. This one was an international sale, but approximately $37.84 in US dollars. I have come across these in those bags that they hang on the wall at thrift stores like Savers and Value Village, and I've seen them for as low as $2, $3 in a thrift store, so a huge profit there. Moving on to this next one, this is a jumbo pushpin ornament. I remember growing up in the 90s, these were all over my tree. Some of them were ones that they had bought, but some of them were handmade one that my great aunt, I believe, and grandma had made. This one looks like it's even missing a few of the pushpins, but it is a very large version of a pushpin ornament. This was listed for $25, but the shipping on it was insane at $68.35. I know it's big, but it's just that much bigger than that person's hand. It seems like they made a lot of their money in the shipping on this particular listing. Moving on to another vintage piece, and that is this 1997 gold Christmas ornament collection from the Danbury Mint. Danbury Mint, usually a great brand to pick up if you see it. Those are all the pieces in the box, but I will pull some up here to show to you a little bit bigger. I believe I've actually seen this Merry Christmas to All one in person before, but all of these are just going to be basic gold, but pretty high amounts of detail on each one of these ornaments. They sold for $37 plus $50.40 in expedited shipping. Ships from California, but again, these usually aren't that heavy, so I get the feeling they made quite a bit of money on the shipping. Moving on to the next one is one that you may be a little more likely to find, and this is this Disney Store Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse 2020 glass drop bauble ornament decoration. As you can see, all that means is that it's Mickey and Minnie standing inside of this glass bauble. You could make something very, very similar to this using some of the supplies available at Dollar Tree if you're someone that just wants to get a cool looking ornament like this and doesn't care if it's the original, but it does have quite a bit of value. As you can see, this one was sold international sale, sold over in the UK, but about $44.13 for this single ornament. Moving on, we're going to stick with that Disney store theme, and this is Princess Aurora's shoe as a Christmas ornament. Just her shoe. This sold for 34.99 British pounds, so $44.13 in US dollars. This one didn't have the original packaging or anything, it's just the ornament itself. All right, moving on to the next is this Patient Brewster McKenzie Child's Christmas Crinkles Jumbo Dog Ornament. What does any of that mean? I don't know. I think there's a brand name in there, and then this was a retired one that this particular brand had made. As you can see, some of the detail there looks like this is an animal themed ornament, as we could have figured out from the title, but it is large. You can see it in that person's hand, much bigger than their hand. This sold for $50 plus $21.90 shipping. And there you go. There's the answer. This is from Department 56. That is definitely a brand to look out for. Not only do they make Christmas ornaments, but they make Christmas villages, and they do usually hold a good amount of value. It's gone down a little bit in the past few years, as a lot of things have, but if you can get them for the right price, there's still money to be made. Moving on to the next thing is this vintage Mr. Christmas holiday carousel ornament. It's a special edition from 1993. As you can see, it has a lot of different pieces with the carousel horses and then the main carousel. It all is kind of separate pieces to hang up, and this is more of a display item than something you may necessarily put on your tree, but I wanted to include it because the value is there. This sold for $49 plus $19.39 in shipping. So we got two more to go, and the second to last one is going to be a large set, but I wanted to include it because I truly believe that if you try, you can find these. And that is these vintage mixed mercury glass ornaments, shiny bright indent Christmas ornament lot of 23. Just to zoom in on some of the ones I remember from my childhood, this top row that have the big indentation in them, we had those all over our tree, but we definitely had some of these other mercury glass ornaments as well. I actually remember this one that now to me it kind of looks like a water jug, but I remember having that one on our tree. So you can definitely still find these at thrift stores. Usually they'll bag them up all together just randomly and sell them for a set price. These sold for $49.99 plus $21.10 shipping. And finally, on to the last ornament. It is this Disney sketchbook Christmas ornament. It is Grumpy the Dwarf from 2014. These may be a little harder to find in the US because most of the listings that I found were in the UK, but if you are in the UK, it's something to look out for. It's sold for 35 British pounds or $44.14 in US dollars. So as you can see here, the original price was 13 euros. So definitely good profit to be made on that. All right, well, that is it for day 7 of the 25 days of Christmas resale deals. If you like this video, hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.